So in this video I've got two ace games in the T78, which is a tier 6 American tank destroyer. It was on one of the trading events last week or a couple of weeks ago now. I traded in my Senlac for it, so bit of a rip-off really, to be honest, trading in a tier 8 light tank for a tier 6 tank destroyer. But I've got a Becky Lynch. I never used the Senlac, so I thought, well, I think it ended up being a 400 silver refund plus this, I thought it would be worth just trading it in. I have used the trade-in previously. I usually trade in sort of unskinned tanks or tanks I've no interest in playing. One off the top of my head is the Huntsman I traded in a while ago. The atomic is just better. But anyway, the T78, I do like the American turreted TDs. They do have a problem of the turret traverse is very slow, but they seem to have quite good alpha. This is essentially a premium Jackson. I think the Jackson is slightly better than this, but this is premium. It's got the premium bonuses. So when I got it, I thought I'm going to make an effort to try and one mark it, which I have done, which I since have done. Really enjoyable one mark actually. As I said, it is a playstyle I do like. It is quite stealthy. I do like sort of stealthy tanks, especially a TD with a turret, so you don't have to move and negate some of your camouflage. But yeah, we've taken the sort of the spotting area on Westfield. This is where the light tanks usually go, and I thought I've got the camouflage, I've got the view range to do this myself. I do run the optics and the camo net along with the rammer. So yeah, that's the equipment I use. And then the skills I use the 4 basic ones, so that's 6 cent spawn reload, rapid aim, rapid loading, steady aim. And I use muffled shot, camouflage, silent driving, and on this one I've got the rapid aim. So yeah, 8 skills on this crew. So realising that original position I took up at the start, no one was really making that cross. I come back here to try and catch people out making the cross across the BC lines towards our base, making sure that don't get shot from behind. I've got a lot of teammates down that 9-0 line, so they should be covering me from behind, but I'm not too sure about their render range and radio range as well. See if they can actually see some of these tanks over here that I'm spotting. But I take that shot just to get that tank out of the game. And now we've got a captured KV1 that's making a dash down. So yeah, we've actually got 2 captured KV1s. Yeah, they can be annoying, those KV1s. So if I've got the side of them, I'm going to try and make as much damage into them as I can. But yeah, we're getting shot from somewhere. Not really liking this too much. But yeah, the team behind them now is starting to put shots in. He seems to be making a push straight to our cap. It's 9-8, so yeah, interesting tactic. I have noticed recently seems to be a lot of people attempting to cap. People pinging the cap at the start of the game as to let's go to the cap type of thing. But yeah, just trying to get some shots down here. Unfortunately, we just do a tracking shot there. With no damage by the look of it. We're still on 2,200 damage, and our assisted is going up quite nicely now. We're just over 2,200 assisted, although some of that is tracking. And yeah, just trying to see where the rest of the enemy team are. It looks like they are in the northwest corner, so I feel quite secure being on this slope. Just being very careful of that captured KV1. They are very dangerous tanks, they are. And the artillery, this can be a bit of an artillery magnet. we just avoided it there. It is quite lightly armoured, especially the turret. I mean, you can see it just from the where it's opened up. Pretty much everything could go through there, and I think I did notice I was being targeted by artillery quite often when I was being spotted. But yeah, getting some nice shots into the side of these tanks. We're not getting spotted doing this, so that's the camo, the muffled shot as well helping. And yeah, just waiting for them to make a move really into the open. I am pretty much a one shot to everything now, and just a splash to the artillery. So playing it quite passively at this moment in time. I've got a full health tank here. There's no need to sort of yellow out, but take a shot through the wall. Take another shot through the wall. So this is going to help the camo as well, because you won't be able to see the shot or me firing the shot through the wall. And yeah, just getting some really nice. These shots are a little bit cheeky. Unfortunately, we bounced that one, but. Just seeing where these tanks are going to try and push. This KV-1, not too sure what he's doing, he's just pushing further and further out. So yeah, we take the shot into its lower plate and get rid of that KV-1. Last heavy's gone down, so it's just the artillery. From where the shot came in earlier, it's probably made its way up the hill from the spawn. I'm thinking now it's probably ran into the corner, so I'm heading towards that way, just to try and get sort of just one or two last shots of damage in. We're at 3,900 damage with 3,500 assisted, so really good game in a tier 6. And this T78, as I said, I really like it. It does suit my play style. I think it's got quite a nice gun, nice alpha, nice penetration, nice DPM. It obviously trades all of that off with the armour, but it's got the camouflage to help with that. So we get MVP on that one. Some nice silver there. I think it was with the post-season bonuses. I don't think there was any silver ups. I can't remember. Yeah, ace tanker on that one. And yeah, really good game. As I said, I was going for the 1 mark in this. So yeah, I was making quite an effort to try and get as much as I could. But this game is quite a good game. Another ace. I've noticed on the enemy team there's a platoon of TOG 2s, which I kind of feel sorry for because I do like the TOG 2. But I'm thinking they're either going to go down towards down the 1-2 line and go on that corner, or they're going to come through these woods. Not too sure what artillery's doing there, but just trying to push up. I'm trying to go up onto this this ridge over here, just to try and spot the enemy crossing. We're holding up some tanks from making that cross across. Getting some spots here, but it's not quite as advanced as I wanted it to be. But now we're getting the TOGs. And unfortunately, when I did see them on the enemy team, I did think I'm going to be able to pen them relatively easily, and they won't be able to spot me, and I'll be able to spot them quite easily, and there's 3 of them. So I suspect they're all coming over this way, and it does look like they are. So I'm just trying to give them all a little bit of damage. Yeah, they are trying to blind fire me, so I don't think they're bad players necessarily. But yeah, I think them all using TOG 2s. I think they were just having a bit of a laugh, really, a bit of a wind down from wherever they were playing earlier. But yeah, unfortunately for them, I am taking advantage of this. The pen's good enough to go straight through them, the standard pen, and yeah, there is no way they're going to spot me unless I get too close and fire too soon. But I'm thinking now, this flank's probably lost, and as you can see, artillery again targeting me. I think you get this a lot in sort of TDs, but particularly sort of any lightly armoured one. But yeah, just trying to take some shots on the move over here. Just trying to increase the distance as much as I can. Getting some good shots in here. As you can see, the aim time's not brilliant, but that still went in. yeah, making sure they're all getting a bit damaged. I'm thinking at this point, these togs will eventually make their way over to me, so I'm expecting for them to do a lot of damage to our team. But as long as I get some damage into all of them, and none of them are particularly healthy, that should be good. But yeah, getting some other enemy tanks over here as well. And as you can see, straight through the turret there. The pen's really good on this tank, as I said, and yeah, it is a really fun tank to play. I am positioning so I'm sort of reversing towards them, so I can just drive away. It's not as bad as the Hellcat 105. That reverse speed is almost non-existent, whereas this one isn't too bad. But yeah, as I said, it's definitely more like just a premium Jackson essentially. So yeah, those togs are still pushing through. They do make up 3 of the last 5 enemies. As I said, they did seem to be quite competent at knowing what they were doing. I think they were trying to cover each other there, the low health ones, but unfortunately not really a lot they can do. Just a bit of a shooting fish in the barrel, as I say. So yeah, hopefully you can get all 3 of them. Not quite, unfortunately, so we get 2 out of the 3, but we got a lot of damage out of them. So yeah, they are a little bit of a damaged pinata in this sort of situation, but yeah, TOG 2 overall is pretty good, but I wouldn't necessarily run a 3-person platoon of them. But yeah, MVP on that one, ace game, and admittedly that one was just because of the farming of the TOGs, really. But yeah, I think those 2 were my highest damage games in the T78, and I did go on to get the 1 mark on this one. So yeah, not a bad trade-in for the Senlac and getting 400 silver back. But yeah, the trade-in events always seem to be a bit hit and miss as to whether or not they're actually worth it. But I think this time it was. If I get the Senlac out of a loot box, I'll be annoyed, but I could just as easily get the T78 out of another loot box. So either way, I wasn't going to play the Senlac, and I've since played this one quite a lot. So yeah, that's the T78. I think it's definitely worth picking up if it is on sale. I do think the Jackson, if you just want this type of playstyle, I think the Jackson is pretty much just as good as this. So yeah, it's not a required buy, but yeah, 1 mark the Jackson. I thought I'll get a premium version. And yeah, so yeah, thanks for watching, and yeah, that was the T78.